The purpose of this video is to show the process that I use to prepare and send legal agreements to the teams so that they will be able to rent or make use of a kit. First thing I do is I look at this spreadsheet here, which is the KOM Auto Refractory Usage Team Schedule, and I notice that I have in team number 116, and that's the dark red underline, meaning 4 days in transit, 116, that is going to be leaving December the 24th. Usually I ship it between 5 and 6 weeks in advance of the team. I ship the legal agreement to them in advance of their trip. And as I can see, I'm sitting now at November the 15th, and here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in advance of their trip. So team number 116. If I look at team number 116, I see that that's Debbie Tightsort, Believers World Outreach. So I'm looking at the information tab, and this is the calendar tab. Okay? Now what I want to do is, first of all, I want to prepare the Excel spreadsheet that has their, for their legal agreement. I notice that they're using kit number 125, 126, as you can see here. So I'm going to go into my, to this folder here. You can see it's Excel attachment, agreement attachments, and I'm going to find 125, 126. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste it into the 2016 folder. Alright, now I'm going to change that to Debbie Tightsort. Now, I might already have a Debbie Tightsort in here because she has used one this year. So I'm going to say Debbie Tightsort December. Okay, now that's the name of the spreadsheet. Now that I've moved it in place, I'm going to double click here, and I need to get the agreement information for that. I got to know what organization or person is going to be the individual who's taking financial responsibility for the kit. So I'm going to go back into that area, and we'll first of all see if I have a Tightsort in there already. So I'm going to search for Tightsort. Well, there it is, 103, 104, earlier this year. That was in June. So I'm going to bring that one up. And it says Believers World Outreach is the name of the organization that I'm working with. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to the other spreadsheet and paste that in. And then I'll put the date in here. The date is going to be 11/15/2016. That's the date of this agreement. Now I'm going to print out 2 copies of that agreement, because that's going to be the part of the total legal agreement I'm shipping to them. Okay, click on two copies. Now the next thing I need to do is I've got to go and to the Word folder of Kendall Optometry Ministry, go down to Word, find signed agreements, and then I'm going to copy this blank agreement and paste it into 2016. And again, I'll put that as Debbie Tightsort, but I think I'll say December also. No. Try it again. I should have said December. I didn't do it. Try again. Okay. All right. Now I need to paste that information that I had previously in there. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to just get the word Believers World Outreach. copy that, go back to the Word document, and we'll paste it in here. This is the legal agreement my daughter, Heidi, the lawyer, put together for me. All right, now this is the 15th day of November 2016. And this is going to be from, the from date is the ship to date. And the best way I can find out what that is go to 116 in the kit in-out status. I've already established the ship date. 116, right here it is, 9th of December. So I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, to the Word document. I'm going to put from December 9th, 2016. And then ending, I go back and look at the date of their trip, and 116 ends in January the 10th. Again, they're 4 days in transit. So I'm going to look at my Outlook calendar, January the 10th. So if they end January the 10th and they're 4 days in transit, let's say they come back this day, they ship it this day, the 11th of January, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll give them an extra day, call it the 17th, is when I can expect to see it. January the 17th, 2017. Okay, go back to the Word document. January 17th, 2017. Okay. Now I've got to calculate the number of days that they're going to have it and put it in here. The 31 days in December, December the 9th to December the 31st would be 22 days plus 17, 29, 39 days. That's right on the borderline of the having to charge them an extra $150 for the maintenance and support fee, because the maintenance and support fee is $150 for up to 40 days of use. So that's all I need here. Now, possibly, if you're preparing this, you could put down Bobby Willoughby here, or whomever it is that's actually preparing it at the very end, and change that before you print it. And the same thing applies to that this right here. You could say Bobby Willoughby here. Okay? So now I want to print out 2 copies of this. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I have to produce a cover letter that's going to go with the 2 copies of the legal agreement. Again, I go back into my Windows Explorer, and I go to Word, and I look for letters and mailing list. Always at the top of the list is my blank cover letter, my form cover letter, because it begins with 1 dash. I'll bring it up. First thing I want to do is do a file, save as, Word document. I'm going to eliminate the 1 dash. I'll put Debbie Type Sort here. And I'll put the date, 11/15/2016. Okay. And this is the date, 11/15/2016. Dear Debbie, please packet to complete sign. Use for your kit. This is the duration of their trip, how long they're there, and this is going to be visible right here December 24th to January the 10th, right here. December 24th through January 10th. (2017), and their trip, they're going to, I'll go ahead and look at the information tab, and they're going to Belize, B-E-L-I-Z-E. B-E-L-I-Z-E. Please include a separate check for $2,000. Could be $1,000. They have used, if they have used it before, this is only for the first time use, 2,000. I'll make that 1,000. So I'll change that. They're a well-trusted organization. Refundable damage and loss deposit. The check to be, the kit to be returned per this letter right here. It says here it's to be returned January the 17th. So I'm going to say January the 17th. January 17th, 2017. And it also mentions again that the same date goes down here. The return date, January 17th, 2017. My intention is to ship the kit to them. Again, we look at the kit in out status, and you can see 116. I shipped to them 9th of December. December 9th, 2016. On and before their dated trip, which is December 24th. December 24th, 2016. You return it from your trip, and the date they return from their trip is January 10th. 2017. Gotta change that. Please return the kit so arrive no later than January 17th. And again, this is the form letter that I use. Also, I'll have to include a $100 invoice, $150 invoice for the maintenance support fee. They're 39 days, 1 day away from going over. For 41, I would charge them. I probably would charge them for 40, the extra 150. Okay. Now I want to print this. I'll save it first. Then I want to print it. I get one copy of that. And the next thing is to go into QuickBooks and charge them. And they're Believers World Outreach. So I'm going to click here and bring up QuickBooks. Sign into QuickBooks. Sign in. Now I'm going to create an invoice. Okay. And I'm going to go to Believers. Let's try Debbie. Debbie Type Sort, right there. Believers World Outreach. Okay. Maintenance. This is for the use of the kit December 24th, 2016 until January 10th, 2017. And I'll put down under statement memo, maintenance, and support fee. I tell teams that this is for the expendables in the kit, the maintenance and support. Covers the replacement of batteries, calibration of the instrument, replaces the paper that's being used, just the expendables. There is no rental fee per se. So I'm going to say save and send. Okay, send and close. Now what the problem is, this doesn't allow me to print this invoice like it used to. So I'll have to receive the invoice and then print it. So I'll go ahead and send and close and wait until I receive the invoice. Okay, I get this email right here. Here's the invoice. Well, the first thing that I generally do, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and print the invoice. I only need one copy of it. It comes up, click print. I've got my copy. So I'll close out this. Then I want to save it with Debbie Typesort in the name. Copy. I'll save as the attachment. And this is going into PDF invoices receipts. I'm going to change the name of it, shorten it a little bit easier, make it easier to find. Get rid of all that and just paste in Debbie Typesort, which I copied from the message. That's how they're formed in the invoices and receipts folder. Now I just delete this message because I don't need it anymore. So I have it here in my Outlook, and I just delete it. Okay. Now the last thing I need to do is I go into Excel folder. Agreements and attachments. I'm sorry. I'm looking for program recipients. So go to date modified, and you see program recipient list. This is really a kind of it used to be started off as simply those people to whom I mailed my program, sold my program, but then later on I just put down all kinds of contacts in here, along with address and phone number and everything else. So I'm going to go into program recipients, and I will search for Typesort. And there she is. Okay. I'm going to highlight that, set that as a print area, and then print it. Okay, now, to finalize the job, I have to get it notarized, and Adrian is a notary, or it can be notarized anywhere by anybody. I have to sign at the end of every single one of the at the end of the equipment list, which is called Attachment A, and at the end of the legal agreement, the main agreement. And there's also a place for the company seal on the main agreement. And I put my company seal there. Now that might be something you'd have to come and get. It is to the right of the printer in my office. It's in a little black case, small black case with a snap on it. So you may have to come and get that. But other than that, I think we're pretty well covered. So hopefully this will make it so that you can produce the legal agreement to make sure teams are covered whenever they borrow our equipment. And that is it. Good luck. Bye.